Hey, what's up guys, my name is Praetorian and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. So yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of bad news today. So in the last video I told you guys that we were going to be starting the campaign with this mod that we're making here as Turkey. We're going to be playing as the Turkish Socialist Republic over here. That we're gonna start with them on Saturday, on today. That'll be today when we're releasing this video here. But as I started, working on the mod and stuff, and I said I was going to start it regardless of whether it was ready or not. Well, I did not realize how much I was going to have to change the national focuses up, guys. I thought, from looking at, the one that I did, I did Germany, and based on Germany, I thought that it was going to be pretty easy doing the other trees, but that ended up not being the case. I mean, France was one of the ones. Well, actually, the Soviet Union was the first one that I looked at after Germany, and I was like, okay, writing down the ones that I need to change. And if you're just looking at here, this entire tree does not work for the Soviet Union, guys. The entire tree has to be changed. So what I ended up coming up with an ideal here was that we could use this tree for Turkey as a base for Turkey, and of course change it up to make it more fitting for them. But even that would require quite a few changes, and of course then Russia wouldn't have a national focus tree, which is the problem. And then I started looking at some of the other countries as well. Started looking at France and stuff, and they need quite a few changes here. I think I was thinking of more like little stuff here. Like these colonial ones. Obviously, they wouldn't apply. We got to change those. But this entire branch right here does not work for our France almost. I mean, there might be a couple ones that we can use here. For the most part, this all needs to be redone. So yeah, all the other focus trees are like that. They require extensive changes to the point where I'm almost writing completely new focus trees, which is a bit of a problem because that does take a lot of time, guys, to make a whole new national focus tree. And I really feel like we do need to have the national focus trees done. I was fine with starting with maybe some of them towards the end not being done, with having all the events not done, or most of them not done, or whatever. But I'm not okay with having the national focus trees completely, a lot of them completely unfinished. And that would also stall the campaign because I don't think I'd be able to get it done in time. As we move, we'd move too quickly through the campaign, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I underestimated how much work it was going to require to get all those changed. I didn't know how many national focuses actually have to be changed. And it does seem like some of these countries are going to need their own unique national focus trees for the mod, even though I said I didn't want to do that. And I don't want to do it, but it looks like I'm going to have to. It's the only way that we're going to get an accurate playthrough. And as somebody said in the comments the other day, I think it was yesterday, Friday, as somebody said in the comments, it's better that we do this right than to just kind of rush through it. And I definitely agree with that idea. I don't want to spend too much time on the mod. I do want to get the campaign started, but if it's not going to work properly, if the national focus is that they would be completely broken, because many of these do not reflect the world at all. They would essentially do absolutely nothing, and then you have the AI researching national focuses that don't do anything. So yeah, I mean, we do have to fix this, guys. And I have been working on the manpower's done, by the way, guys. You might notice France has a lot less manpower than they did before. I reduced, I think, their population by like 3 million or 3 point something million people. Remember, they lost like 6 point something million people in our version of World War I. When compared to history, I think they lost like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But yeah, huge differences there. So yeah, they like I said, I wasn't going to do it number for number, but yeah, we did reduce their population quite substantially. Another country that had their population reduced a lot was Soviet Union, Germany as well. Turkey had, we didn't take that many casualties. I think we took like 800 something thousand compared to like the, 400 something in history. So we reduced it some over here in Turkey. But yeah, Germany still has a massive manpower pool right from the get-go. So yeah, it didn't impact them that much, but yeah, they got reduced, and yeah, so did the I keep saying the Soviet Union, and so did the Russian Empire here. Yeah, United Kingdom, Belgium had some substantial losses here. One country that actually had their population increased was Italy, because Italy wasn't in the war, so we wanted to account for the fact they didn't lose all those people that they historically lost. So we increased their population by a little bit, which should make them a little stronger. Also, you'll see that South Tyrol is now in German hands as of right now. So there's a few bonuses towards us waiting to start the campaign until I can get the mod more complete. But a couple other things is that we might be able to have somebody do something about the map. I'm not going to modify the map because I don't really do much map modding myself. I mean, I could easily learn it. It's not extremely difficult, but I don't really want to spend the time doing it. And it's just not really something that I'm into. You can get lost into map modding, guys. I kind of stick to the coding or whatever. But yeah, we got a couple people that have put themselves forward to maybe do the map, that have offered to assist with it. And if other people are willing to do that, then I'd be absolutely fine. And they could fix some of, the instances like here with the Belgium and the German border. Over here, obviously this one is a pretty ugly situation here. We would like to get that one changed up here. Yeah, because that's an especially ugly one, especially when you zoom out like this. It just looks bad. It looks like a knife going into the belly of Hungary. So yeah, I'd like to get that one changed. Another one over here with the Denmark-German border. And, we could also think about splitting South Tyrol here as well, with the areas that have the higher amounts of Italian-speaking peoples going to Italy, and then the more northern areas with the, higher population of German-speaking people going to Germany. That's a possibility as well. Those are all things that we could do if somebody who mods maps was to help out. So yeah, that's an added bonus. So yeah, we're gonna postpone it until I get the mod a little bit more completed. I don't know how long that's gonna take because now it looks like I'm doing a whole new. I'm gonna, at the very least, I'm probably gonna do a Turkish national focus tree since they don't have one at all, and I don't know what we're gonna do about Russia just yet. But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to write some national focus trees, which really sucks because that's gonna take a little while. I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say 1 to 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. But what we're gonna do, because I really want to have some Hearts of Iron on the channel, it feels I'm kind of like facing a Hearts of Iron drought right now, where I haven't played for a long time because I haven't even been playing on my own time because I haven't really had a lot of free time lately. So I really want to start a Hearts of Iron campaign, so we're going to go ahead and do a Hearts of Iron campaign. We're going to be playing, what you might already know because this video is going to be coming up at the same time as that one. We're going to be playing as the USA in vanilla. It's going to be a Democratic United States playthrough because a lot of people have asked for that. Quite a few people, because I guess most people when they play the United States, they play either fascist or communist. So we're going to do, a standard Democratic United States playthrough, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll give us something, something to do while we wait for this campaign to be ready. I just think that we shouldn't rush it. Let's have an awesome campaign. Let's make sure that it's the best it can be, and just make sure that the mod is as good as it can be as well, because from my understanding, there's a lot of people who are really excited about playing it, which is, actually really surprising because, when I made it, I wasn't even intending to, publicly release the mod. So, I was just doing it for this. So I'm also excited as a modder as well to, be able to get, my content out there. But of course, I want it to be as, as good as I can with the amount of time I have. I just don't have as much time to mod these days as I used to. So to end this video here, guys, this is something I meant to do in the last video and I didn't. And then I was just like, all right, I guess we won't do it. I wanted to give you guys the options to kind of help name a few things because, I mean, I could come up with some names here, but they probably wouldn't be as creative as what you, the community, would do, because we got some just awesome people in our community. And I feel like you guys could probably provide some pretty excellent names for two things that need names right now. The first one is the mod. The mod itself, it does not have a name, because as of right now, what it's called is called Praetorian's Alt History Mod, because I wasn't planning on publicly releasing it, so it didn't really matter if it had, a cool name. So yeah, I would like to have a name for that. So I'm taking up any suggestions. I'd love to hear what you guys can think of. I don't want it to be Turkish centered, because really the mod's not Turkish centered. Even though that's who we're playing as, it's not really focused on Turkey any more than it is anybody else. So I don't want it to be focused on just on Turkey, but I'd love for it to reflect our world here some way, or not. Just it's gotta sound like an awesome name, and it's gotta let people know that this is an alt history mod. That should be clear by the name. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to give you guys a chance to help name. So yeah, just put your suggestions in the comments, and I don't know how exactly I'm going to do it just yet. I might just if there's one that just is awesome, I might just grab that name up and be like, hey, that's the name of the mod. If there's a lot of really good ones, then maybe we'll do a vote. I love doing the votes on the channel, so that's always a possibility as well, like for the top 3 or something. It really matters how many good names have been suggested, of course. And then the other thing, and that is that France, for the fascism, right now, we just have it called totalitarian. Because and it reflects well with the authoritarian, which is what the the monarchy countries have. That's really what the non-aligned has been turned into, which, just to make it clear, it's no longer like the non-aligned. A lot of the rules have been removed. They can now, send volunteers. It's no longer easier to convert them. They can now convert other countries to try and, push them towards being monarchists. So they're pretty opened up. They're not quite as open as like fascists or communists. They do have some restrictions, but it's not as restrictive as democracy. It's kind of more in the middle, I would say. But yeah, definitely nothing like the non-aligned that it's based off of. I'm actually thinking about changing the color here, maybe. I don't know, just so it does separate it from non-aligned. Though I really do kind of like the gray. But I don't know what else we change it to. We could always change it to green, since we have red, blue, and whatever and brown. So yeah, we could change it up to green or something like that. I don't know. Although green doesn't really think purple. You gotta have purple, right? That's when you think of purple, you think of monarchy, or when you think of the monarchy and royalty, you think of purple, right? So maybe we'll change it to purple or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, we might change that color up. Yeah, but I'm getting sidetracked here. We need a name for the totalitarian ideology. Now, I'm fine with leaving it that. That would work. It explains what it is. But the problem with totalitarian is that it doesn't specifically say that it's a far right. Technically, communism, as it was implemented in the Soviet Union, is a totalitarian ideology as well, and that's far left. So it doesn't really tell us that this is a far right totalitarian ideology. So I would prefer to have something else named there. Now, the reason why we can't do fascism, guys, is fascism is a uniquely Italian term, based on a symbol from Roman times, which they kind of pull back on the Roman history, although that doesn't really have that much to do with, modern Italy. But yeah, they pulled from, Roman history to get a symbol that represents, law, order, authority. It really fits for fascism and what fascism is. So I think it's a very good symbol when Italy is the one that fascism started in, because fascism didn't start in Italy in our alternative time period. It didn't start there at all. It just doesn't fit, which is why I changed the name in the first place. But I would love to have another name. Now, when it comes to the suggestions, it can be something from France's history. It can be kind of French-centric, but it also needs to be something that can be applied to everybody. That other, because remember, Spain is also totalitarian over here. We also have Belgium over here as well. So it can be pulled from French history, where it would be uniquely French, but then it needs to also be able to apply towards other countries. So remember, we're going to be playing the USA campaign, and we'll probably play it to completion, to whenever I feel that campaign is finished, regardless of whether we are ready to start this one or not. And then we'll just have like 2 Hearts of Iron series on the channel, I suppose, which we've had that before. I think we had the Italian one and something else playing with that one. I don't really remember what we had going with the Italian one. But yeah, I remember we had the Italian one going with France. That's what it was. We had Italy and France going at the same time. So yeah, we've had that happen before. And yeah, we could have 2 series going. So yeah, we're going to be doing that USA campaign while I try and get this mod complete. Not sure how long. I'm going to stop trying to put dates on it, guys, because you never know how long these things take. But they're just a wild guess. 1 to 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll just have to see, guys. I'm going to work hard, though, and try to get it done. And then the names, guys. The name for a mod, suggestions for the name of the mod, and a suggestion for the name for the totalitarian ideology here. So I can't wait to hear you guys' suggestions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm really starry that we're not going to be starting a campaign with the mod just yet. Especially after I just said a couple days ago that we would. I really did not know that it was going to take me that long to do the national focus trees, and that much was going to have to be changed. I really should have, though, so that's my bad. I definitely am to blame for that scheduling problem there. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.